Where did that voice come from? Was it just my imagination? Or was that whisper coming from the yellow pages of the book real? I will kill that bastard. The words still echoed in my ears, like a cold wind running down my spine. I threw the book away, but questions kept ringing in my mind. Where did that voice come from? And who was this bastard? Welcome to AI Horror Stories. If you are a fan of horror stories, you have come to the right place. Here, we will introduce you to the most frightening aspects of artificial intelligence. If you enjoy our stories, please subscribe to our channel and like the videos. Your support will help us create even more scary stories. It was a dark, stormy night, and the deafening sound of thunder echoed all around. The torrential rain showed no signs of stopping. That night, I was heading home late from the field, completely soaked from the downpour, with my friend Fowler and my younger brother Jim. Noticing my condition, Fowler turned to me and said, "Why don't you come over? It's much warmer at my place, and I've got some hot cocoa ready. It's not safe to be out here." Grateful for his offer, my brother and I accepted and hurried to his house, hoping for some relief from the storm. When the rain finally subsided, we decided to head back home. But as we reached the road, a sudden flash of lightning lit up the sky, startling us and making the already eerie night even more intense. With no shelter in sight, we were left to fend for ourselves under a tree. While waiting, Jim noticed something unusual: a hidden door on the backside of the tree. Curious and desperate to escape the relentless storm, we approached it. As we got closer, we realized it wasn't just a door, it was the entrance to an old cemetery. The iron gate bore the words, "The Silent City," engraved on it, covered in cobwebs and dust, as if untouched for decades. Seeking refuge, we decided to explore further. Inside the cemetery, we spotted some ruins that looked like they might provide shelter. When we reached the door of the ruins, we found it secured with an old, rusty lock tied with a few frail threads. Without hesitation, I broke the lock, and we hurried inside. As we entered, something caught our eye: a book lying on the ground, with a mysterious stone embedded in its cover. Jim, intrigued by the strange object, insisted on taking it along, and I didn't object. The ruins were cold and unwelcoming, but the glowing green light emanating from the stone on the book's cover made the atmosphere even more unsettling. Curiosity got the better of me, and I opened the book. Its ancient yellow-golden pages were empty, devoid of any writing. As I flipped through them, a chilling voice emerged from the book, whispering in a low, menacing tone, "I'll kill that scumbag. I'll kill that scumbag." The voice whispered ominously from the book. As soon as I heard the strange sound coming from the book, a chill ran down my spine, and I instantly threw it away in fear. Meanwhile, Jim was still asleep. Ryan finds himself entangled in a mysterious predicament after discovering a book that contains the voice of a magician named Tyler, who is trapped as punishment for his past misdeeds. Tyler offers Ryan a rare medicine to cure his brother Jim's cholera in exchange for his help in escaping the book. As Ryan ventures to a cemetery to find a banyan tree linked to Tyler's captivity, he faces various challenges, including navigating a path filled with snakes and drawing rats to clear the way. Upon entering the book, Ryan meets a shadowy stranger who reveals that Tyler can enter the book by choice but cannot escape. As Ryan moves deeper into this strange world, he begins to question whether he has unwittingly walked into a trap, grappling with fear and uncertainty about his fate. Ryan Carter unexpectedly finds himself transported to the enchanting Stonegate Castle by a wizard named Tyler. Initially captivated by the castle's beauty, Ryan soon learns that he has been brought there for a purpose far greater than his own desires. He meets the Grand Vizier, Victor, who reveals that Ryan is deemed the savior of the kingdom and a descendant of an ancient lineage capable of wielding a powerful sword named Gotzi. However, this revelation comes with a dark backstory. The kingdom is haunted by the wrongful execution of a woman from the Sing-era tribe, accused of witchcraft, which has unleashed a dire threat upon the land. As Ryan grapples with his newfound role and the weight of the kingdom's expectations, he must confront the reality of his lineage and the consequences of past actions. A group of people, including Tyler and Victor, seek help from the protagonist, a descendant of Carter the Great Magician, to lift a deadly curse plaguing their state. The curse was cast by a woman, executed for practicing dark magic, who was part of the evil which Gargi's lineage. The protagonist is tasked with retrieving a magical weapon, Gotzi, from the island of Haven Rock to break the curse. Accompanied by royal guards, the protagonist sets sail, encountering and defeating pirates along the way. Upon reaching Haven Rock, the protagonist embarks on a solo mission to find Gotzi, guided by a map. After a long journey, I arrived at a massive waterfall, the final destination on my map. While refilling my water, I discovered a box with a sword engraved with Gotzi. I realized this sword was crucial to breaking a curse, but needed activation. That night, I stayed by the waterfall, caught fish to eat, and reflected on the journey ahead. The next morning, I found my ship and crew, who welcomed me back with joy. My bond with Tyler had deepened into a close friendship, filled with heartfelt conversations and shared experiences. One day, Tyler took me on a tour of the Grand Castle, filled with beautiful architecture and art. We met Helena, the daughter of Commander-in-Chief Sherry. Tyler excitedly told me about the upcoming arousal ceremony for Gotzi in Hans Forest, where the sword would be activated. We prepared for the trip, including bringing Helena along at my suggestion. On the way, I witnessed Helena's horse acting erratically. Overcoming my fear, I helped calm the horse and ensured she could ride safely, which made me feel proud for stepping up. After a long journey to the forest, we established our camp for the ceremony. The priests recited ancient scriptures about Gotzi for 30 minutes, and I was instructed to offer a few drops of my blood to awaken the sword. As I made the cut on my palm, I felt faint from the energy surge and lost consciousness. Upon waking, I saw Tyler holding the now glowing Gotzi. Helena assisted me by bandaging my hand, and I found myself drawn to her beauty and kindness. The next day, we headed to the Sing-Era tribe's cemetery to confront the curse. We retrieved the oak crown that had been used to cast the curse and brought it to the grave of the cursed lady. While following the priest's instructions, I felt a mysterious force push me back, indicating that the curse was trying to fight back. Helena warned me as chaos erupted, and a sword flew into the scene, resulting in devastating injuries to Sherry and many others. Tyler lost consciousness, and Helena was in danger. In a moment of urgency, I mustered my strength and struck the crown with Gotzi, shattering it into pieces. This act caused the malevolent sword to crash to the ground, but it left behind a tragic scene. Sherry lay dead, and Tyler was unconscious. Helena was heartbroken beside her father's body, expressing deep sorrow. I sat in silence with her, feeling the weight of her grief, echoing my own past losses. Her tears fell onto my hand, and as she collapsed into my arms, I knew I couldn't fix her pain, but I wanted to offer my presence and support. In that raw moment of despair, I took on the weight of her sadness, promising to stay with her through the darkness. As she drifted into unconsciousness, I felt her warm tears on my hand and remained by her side, resolved to share her grief. The bonfire and we proceeded down the stairs. As we descended, the air grew cooler and the dark surroundings felt tense. Eventually, we reached a hidden chamber illuminated by flickering lights. Here, we spotted the map of the eagle's nest along with ancient scrolls that revealed the eagle's weaknesses. Tyler and I studied the map closely, knowing it was our key to confronting the eagle and breaking the curse for good. Suddenly, we heard footsteps approaching. We quickly hid behind a wall, trying to stay silent. Guards were searching for us, and we had to be cautious. As they left, we discussed our plan. We needed to get the map back to Helena and gather our allies to take down Simon Gray and his rebels. Just as we were about to leave, I felt determined to protect Helena and ensure she stayed out of danger. We emerged from the chamber, ready to face the challenges ahead and reclaim the kingdom. Ryan and Tyler ventured down a staircase into a dark, damp room filled with ancient drawings and a strong metallic smell. Despite Tyler's concerns about the dangerous journey, Ryan was determined to find a map that could help them defeat Simon Gray and reclaim the kingdom. They discovered a pedestal with a shimmering map, but were immediately attacked by moving eagle statues with glowing red eyes. After a tough battle, they used magical weapons to defeat the statues. Ryan then retrieved the map, which revealed the location of the cursed eagle. Upon reaching the eagle's nest, the creature attacked Tyler, injuring him badly. As Tyler urged Ryan to fight on, Ryan took a bow and arrow, successfully wounding the eagle. In a final effort, he drove a spear into the eagle, causing it to disintegrate and leaving behind a glowing crystal. Ryan checked on Tyler, whispering that they had succeeded. Ryan tends to Tyler's injuries after a dangerous confrontation, assuring him he will be okay despite his own pain. Ryan struggles under Tyler's weight as he tries to reach safety, but he is haunted by nightmares of a shadowy figure and a snake. Awakening, he finds himself and Tyler in a safe place, where Helena, who is caring for them, tries to keep him from getting up too early. Ryan is captivated by Helena's gentleness, feeling a change in himself as she comforts him. She reveals that Tyler is alive but seriously hurt, and Ryan learns that the curse they were trying to break has been lifted. During their recovery, Ryan reflects on his insecurities and the way he has tried to hide himself. Helena encourages him to be himself, which leads Ryan to open up to her about his feelings. He expresses his love for her, explaining he loves her for who she is, not for any specific reason. This leads to a heartfelt moment where Helena agrees to spend her life with him. Meanwhile, Victor is seeking help to defeat Simon. Ryan agrees to fight for Victor but insists that Helena must go with him to his world, which Victor opposes fiercely. The conversation began with a man expressing his strong feelings for Helena, saying, "I love Helena," and stressing that she is his reason to fight. He argues to Victor, who is focused on the kingdom's needs, that Helena should be allowed to choose her own happiness after sacrificing so much for the kingdom. Victor struggles with this but eventually agrees to let Helena go, on the condition that their relationship remains a secret and they succeed in battle. He warns that failure would endanger both of them. Helena expresses her love for both the kingdom and the man, stating she can't stay if it means losing him. As they prepare for battle, Helena is concerned about their friend Tyler's recovery and the upcoming war. Victor insists on training the man with the best swordsman, Tirza. He also provides a book revealing special powers related to Gotzi, which can turn enemies into wild boars. As the war approaches, both the man and Helena share their fears about bloodshed, especially concerning innocent soldiers. They realize they might not be able to save them while Gray holds a cursed stone. Gray tries to persuade soldiers to join him, offering power. The man confronts Gray, arguing that his promises are deceitful, declaring that the truth is stronger than lies. Ultimately, he decides he must be ruthless, transforming Gotzi into a dagger and striking Gray, resulting in the explosion of the cursed stone. The speaker talked about saving innocent lives with the help of a book from Victor, mentioning his upcoming marriage to Helena. Tyler, a friend, teased about the wedding and encouraged the couple, leading them to dinner with King Victor. During dinner, Victor praised the speaker's bravery and stated his intention to give Helena's hand in marriage. The next morning, Tyler woke the speaker for his wedding day. After preparing and being blindfolded, the speaker arrived at a beautifully decorated rooftop for the ceremony. When Helena appeared, she looked stunning, and they shared a heartfelt moment before Victor interrupted, saying they were running late. However, just as the ceremony was about to start, Tyler and his guards stormed in, capturing the speaker. Confusion ensued, with Helena expressing fear and despair as Tyler revealed he had other plans for the day. In a shocking turn, Tyler stabbed Helena, leaving the speaker devastated and pleading for her. Victor, cold and emotionless, stated that sacrifices must be made for balance. The speaker, filled with rage and heartbreak, struggled against his captors while watching Helena collapse. Victor then sent the speaker into a dark abyss, where he landed in an underground chamber. There, he saw a faintly glowing Helena, but she seemed different. Desperate to understand what had happened, he prepared to follow her into the shadows.